welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, then welcome. As you guys can tell, we are back in Boston. Yusuf and I flew back yesterday, which was Sunday, today's Monday, and we landed around like 4 p.m. and then we just like unpacked and kind of settled in. This morning I picked up Sully from being boarded. If you're wondering where he was while we were out of town in Florida, that's where he was. He goes to daycare like once a week, as you guys know, so we boarded him with like his daycare because he loves it there. So picked him up this morning, then I worked all day. I was babysitting, and now I am home. Today while I was out babysitting, I did get some groceries from Trader Joe's. So I figured I would start off this video with a kind of decent sized grocery haul. I feel like we typically don't do like super big grocery hauls. We'll just like, super big like grocery trips. We'll kind of just like get what we need, but we were out of basically everything. So I have a decent amount of stuff in front of me that I'm going to show you. I figured I would kind of make this vlog a like getting back into my routine, kind of getting back into my healthy habits type of video, and how I kind of like reset after a vacation. So without further ado, before I blab your ear off, let me show you what we got for groceries. So I'll give you a quick little overview of everything that we got. As you can see, it's a decent amount of stuff. Like, no, this is not crazy, but for two people, it's, you know, a good amount. So we'll start over here. I kind of tried to organize it, but I ended up running out of space. So first we have a few frozen things. We're not big like frozen food eaters. We don't really get a lot of frozen stuff, although Trader Joe's does have a lot of like yummy frozen things, but we try to eat like more like fresh stuff. Not that it matters. Anyway, first we got 2 of these shakshuka starters. If you have watched my channel before, you know that we absolutely love these. Yusuf introduced me to shakshuka even like existing. I didn't know that it was a dish, but these are just so good. All you have to do is like put them in a pan, add some eggs, and you're good to go. Really easy dinner or lunch, even for breakfast. They are just so good. So we got 2 of those, and then I also grabbed some raw shrimp. This is the peeled and deveined with the tail on. I actually wanted tail off, but this is like totally fine. We don't like to buy shrimp that's already cooked because then, I don't know, sometimes the texture is just off. So I grabbed this. We've been really into shrimp lately. Just a good kind of like different source of protein. Then moving on to some fresh produce. We have some strawberries. We've been into strawberries lately. Don't know why. I got this Caesar salad. I am teaching tomorrow, so I figured I would just bring this, and it's an easy lunch. Then I got some avocados. If you go to Trader Joe's often, but you never get these, you should. They are like the teeny tiny avocados is what they're called. So they're smaller in size, and they're like the perfect serving. So those are awesome. Then you don't have to like waste half an avocado or save half an avocado and it start to brown. You know, those are great. Sorry, I'm trying to go through this quick, but I also am trying to like explain each thing. Not that I really need to, but then we have some zucchini, some bananas. I use that in my oatmeal and smoothies, and we both use those. We have some asparagus and some broccoli and spinach, all the greens going on. Then we have some grape tomatoes and a a salad kit. This is the Mediterranean style salad kit. It's my favorite one that they have. It's so yummy. Then for a few more produce items, we have some sweet potatoes. I'm gonna make some sweet potato fries this week. Yusuf needed a red onion for, I don't know, something he's cooking. 2 bell peppers, an orange and a yellow, 2 apples, some mini potatoes. I love those. Then moving back here, we have some eggs. I know this looks ridiculous. I'm planning on making a quiche. I'm actually gonna bring you guys along with me to do that like today in this portion of today's video. I got like a ton because I think the quiche uses 9 eggs, and then, you know, we wanted to have some extra. So we got 2 of those. I have these as a snack for the week. These are called inner peas. They're basically the like snap peas, like the crunchy ones. I don't know. Those are really good. The ingredients are also really nice and clean. Then over here I have some olive oil spray. We just ran out, so grab some of that. I usually like to get the avocado oil spray from Costco because it's way cheaper, but we're not going to Costco in the next few days, so I grabbed that for now. Yusuf needed some milk. He doesn't like the regular whole milk from there, so I wanted to get him the organic one so he can try that. I grabbed 2 of these cold brews. I've never had them, but thought they would be yummy to try. I'm like, all I drink is really cold brew, so got 2 of those to try. And then I just got some almond milk. It's nice because they have these in like the pantry section, so if you don't have room in your fridge, then you can stick these in your pantry and just move them over to the fridge when you're ready to actually drink them or when they're opened. Then I grabbed some animal crackers. I love animal crackers, specifically these ones from Trader Joe's. They have like a yummy, almost lemony flavor, and they are just so good. Dangerous because I can eat so much of them, or so many of them, but really good. And then, okay, let me explain. I have been wanting to go apple picking all season long to get these. I don't really care about the apple picking part. I can get apples from the store, but I've wanted apple cider donuts. And then I was like, you know, Yusuf doesn't really have a big interest in going apple picking, so when I saw these, I was like, perfect, then we don't have to go, and I have my delicious donuts. These are like my favorite fall thing of all time. I love those. I would eat them all year round. We have some chicken tenders. Those are like chicken breast tenders, and some boneless, skinless breast, both just for, you know, to have throughout the week. I have some spicy jalapeno chicken sausage. This is my favorite chicken sausage of all time. It's so good. They're vegan pesto. You guys already know I love this. And Yusuf wanted some tzatziki. Last time I got the vegan one, but he is not dairy free, so I got the regular one from him. Or for him, whoops. And then a few last things. We have some pita bread. This is gonna be eaten with our shakshuka and just throughout the week. Yusuf will also eat that with the tzatziki. Then I have some chickpeas, some soup. I've never had this soup, but I wanted to try it out. It's the chicken noodle soup with veggies. I'm sure it's just gonna be like a classic yummy chicken noodle soup. And then lastly, we have some brown rice penne pasta. Whenever we eat pasta, we always eat brown rice pasta. It tastes not the same, but similar enough. I mean, I personally don't see a difference anymore, or like taste a difference. Yusuf does, but this is really good and the ingredients are amazing. So that is everything that we got. I know that was a lot. Sorry, I was trying to talk as fast as I could, but I'm gonna put this away, and then I'm gonna make that quiche that I just told you about. Like I said, I've never made quiche, so don't know how that's gonna go, but first I need to put this away. Just minding my own business, putting my eggs in my container, watching a YouTube video, and I dropped 2 of them. So we're doing great. Now on to the quiche. I just prepped some ingredients. So I have 1 zucchini. It was a really big zucchini, so I only used 1, but I think the recipe says 2, but you know, whatever. Then I have about 1/4 cup of chopped grape tomatoes. I have 2 cloves of garlic that I minced up, and then about 3 cups of spinach. This is a little bit more, but it wilts down to nothing, so I added some more. I have this pan heating up over like a medium-high heat with some spray avocado oil. I had a little bit left, so I'll use the rest of that. I'm adding my zucchini to this pan. I ended up, like, you're only supposed to cut the zucchini into like small like slices, but this one was so big that I had to slice each slice in half. Otherwise, it was just like, they were huge. I'm gonna let them brown, and then I will flip them over. I need to hurry up, but okay. Zucchini is still on the stove, kind of like browning up. It probably needs a couple more minutes, but while that's finishing, I'm going to get started on whipping up my eggs. First, I need 1/4 cup of non-dairy milk. I'm using unsweetened almond milk, but you could use, I mean, whatever you really want. Then we need our eggs. This recipe needs 8 eggs, so I'm gonna crack them all in here. Okay, we got 8 eggs in here. I'm adding some black pepper and some salt. Not measuring this. I'm just gonna eyeball it, but I am a big like flavor person, so I'm doing kind of a lot. I do a decent amount of salt as well. I don't want to do too much salt because that can be easily overdone, and we can always put that on top when we're actually eating it. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I need to whisk it together. So I'm getting a pretty big fork, and we're gonna whisk. I just realized, I don't think I mentioned, but this is a dairy-free quiche. So if you're wondering why I used non-dairy milk and I'm not adding any cheese, that's why. Okay, we're looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna leave that there, and we're gonna come back over to the zucchini. I think this is about good. Some pieces are more done than others. I don't even know if you can hear me, but I don't want pieces to burn. So I'm gonna remove this from the stove. I just lowered the heat, added a little bit of spray oil, and I'm gonna add in my minced garlic. I'm leaving this on for a very quick amount of time, but I just want it to brown just like the tiniest bit. I'm gonna take this off. I think that's good. It was on there for probably literally like 45 seconds. So I'm gonna take this off the heat. I'm putting it back on my plate. Just took this garlic off. That's kind of how I wanted it. And maybe honestly it might be a little overdone, but that's fine. I just added the spinach onto my pan. I'm just gonna let this wilt. It'll be really quick. And then we're pretty much done with the prep. All right, we're about to start assembling. So first I'm adding my garlic. I'm adding my spinach with the garlic. The recipe also says you can do onion, or like, I mean, the recipe has onion in it, but I didn't want to add onion. So I'm just doing the spinach. I'm gonna mix it with the garlic just a little bit so that it's combined. Perfect. And I mean, you can see how much, like, there's barely any spinach. I honestly could have added more, but it's okay. But that's just because it wilts down into nothingness. Now I am layering my zucchini and tomatoes. I'm just kind of putting these on freely. It's nice because you could like customize this with, I mean, really anything you have, or like any veggies you have in your fridge or stuff you want to use up. So that's pretty nice. But I am leaving out some, what's this called? Duh, I was gonna say spinach. Zucchini and tomatoes over here to sprinkle on top after. Also, I forgot to mention, I don't have a quiche pan, so I'm just using this like cake pan. Don't know if it's gonna work. And yes, I've washed this multiple times. I can't get this off, but don't know if this is gonna work. I'm assuming it will, but if you have a quiche pan, obviously that would be better. And make sure to grease and oil your pan. I use some coconut oil and also avocado oil because I don't want this to stick. All right, now we are adding our eggs. We're just adding it right on top of everything else. Oh my God, I feel like this is gonna be really good. I feel like how could it not, you know? Then I'm adding the rest of the zucchini and tomatoes right on top. And I'm putting this in the oven at 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. I'm gonna do 35 and then we will check it. While that quiche is in the oven, I'm going to cut up some strawberries. We'll cut up the whole thing. Yusuf and I recently have been, like as soon as we buy them, we've been cutting them up, or washing them, cutting them up, and putting them in like a Tupperware container, like an airtight one, and then we just keep it in the fridge, and we're so much more likely to eat it. We eat them so quickly now, which I'd way rather us eat them quickly and have to buy new ones than not eat them because they're not cut up. So I'm also gonna do that. If you can't tell, I am just trying to make quick and easy, healthy options for myself. I feel like that's something that really helps me when I'm on a trip when I get back, is to just like have things readily available so that I am more likely to reach for them. So this is a good, easy snack for me to eat. If I'm hungry, I can also add them to oatmeal. I can add them to, I mean, literally anything, a smoothie, whatever. So that's why I'm gonna do this real quick. And then, I'm wondering why I randomly made a quiche, by the way. I didn't really like ever explain that. Not that I need to, but you know. I figured this would be a good breakfast, honestly breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You could eat this for anything, but I've never made a quiche. I think I mentioned that. So I was just interested to try something different, and I figured that this would just be good for us to have throughout the week. Kind of just prepping for the rest of the week. I highly recommend, if you have the time, especially when you get back from a trip, to take, you know, the half hour, the hour, or whatever, and just like take the time like then to set yourself up for success for the rest of the week. Like if you take the extra time on that one day, then every single day for the rest of the week will be easier on you. You'll make healthier choices, and it'll just be more convenient too, like, you know. So I'm gonna quickly cut these up. You don't need to watch me cut these up because it's not very entertaining, but yeah, just kind of wanted to give a little bit of an explanation. Oh my God, this looks so good. Wait, I'm so excited. Oh my God, that looks amazing. I actually took it out a minute early, so it was only in for 34 minutes, but that looks so good. I'm not gonna try it right this second because I am gonna eat dinner in a little bit. It's like 6:20, but I'll try it sometime in this video and let you know how it is. But that looks so good. Oh my God, I'm excited, very excited. Hi guys, oh hello. It is 2 days later. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I filmed the last portion of this video on Monday. Today's Wednesday. It is like, I don't know why I decided to take a sip right then and there, but it's 10 o'clock right now, or like 10:05. I am babysitting today at 11, so I need to leave here in like 25 minutes. But I just got ready this morning. I did some yoga, as you guys saw, which felt really good. I felt like I just needed to stretch my body, so that just like felt really nice. And then I also did an ab workout, and then I was going to take Sully for a walk, but he's lazy right now and doesn't want to go. So I'm gonna take him when I get back from babysitting today. I'm only babysitting 11 to 5, so it's kind of like a shorter shift, or like, you know, day, whatever. But I realized I didn't put my lip gloss on, so I need to put this on really quickly. If you're wondering which one I use, not that you probably were, but I use, hold on, I need to not talk while I do this. There you go. Good enough. I'm not really too exact with it, but I use the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Reef 006 Reef, and I love it. On days like this when I'm like it's gonna wear off because I'm gonna be babysitting and stuff and kids are gonna be up in my business, but on these types of days, like, I won't wear lip liner and it's totally fine without it. So yeah, just in case you're wondering. I didn't film yesterday because I teach every Tuesday, and so I taught yesterday. And actually, a little story time. Sorry, I have like hair everywhere, it's bothering me. But little story time, I was teaching yesterday, and I teach in the city. And if you didn't know, I'm a student teacher in the city. And at, what time was it? I'm trying to think. Maybe like 10, late 9 o'clock or like early 10 o'clock, I don't know, somewhere around there. Over the intercom, we had a announcement to go into safe mode, aka we were in like a lockdown. You know, I remember like doing those as a kid, like you always have like those types of drills, but I think I had like one as a kid that wasn't a drill or something like that. But yesterday, so I'm a student teacher, like I said, so I work closely with like the main teacher of my classroom, and she was completely unaware that this was happening. She has like a big storage closet in like the back of the room, so the kids know that if you go into safe mode, it means like go into that closet. So we all piled into that closet. It's like pretty big, it's like another whole room, and the teacher turned off the lights, and we all just sat there. And the teacher kind of looked at me, because like usually if there's a drill, they'll tell most of the teachers at least, so that they kind of know and like won't be in the middle of the lesson or whatever. But she made it very clear that she didn't know this was happening. And so long story short, we ended up sitting there for probably about almost a half hour. Of course, I work in a K0 K1 classroom, and so the classroom is like mostly 4-year-olds. There's like one 3-year-old and I think like one 5-year-old. So like they're young kids. So trying to keep them quiet is very difficult. So eventually we found out that there was a gunman down the street from the school. It wasn't in the school, never entered the school, and never like targeted the school, at least to my knowledge. But he was like a street or two over. And so because of that, somehow the principal or someone was notified and told us to lock down the school. So they haven't ended up catching the person, and I don't know if anyone was hurt. I don't believe so, but I could be wrong. So yeah, that happened. It was a little scary because when we first found out that like it wasn't a drill, the teacher I work with was texting like other teachers, and all they said was like gunmen. And of course you see school shootings all the time, so that was scary. Everyone was good. So just a little story time for you. Be safe. Just threw some laundry in the washing machine. I forgot what it's called. And that's pretty much like the last of, I guess, like getting back into my routine from being on the trip. I've been doing really well with working out. I've worked out every single day since we got back, and we've been eating really like yummy, nutritionally dense foods, and just have been like feeling really good. It's good to be back on kind of like my healthy living, I guess you could say. Sorry, ignore those blankets on Sully's crate. Yeah, also I did want to say, I showed the Trader Joe's cold brew earlier in this video, like the cans, and I said I would let you guys know how they are. And so I tried one today. I used like 90% of the can for one coffee. There's a little bit extra, but it's really, really good actually. I definitely would buy it again, and I recommend. It's really yummy. Kind of tastes like the Stoke cold brew, a little bit different, but has a similar like smooth flavor. So really enjoying that. But I was going to continue this video throughout the rest of the day and even tomorrow, but it's getting a little bit long, and I figured I would just start a new video tomorrow and vlog tomorrow for a separate video like I just said. So I'm gonna end this off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did just make a purchase at H&M yesterday online, so an H&M haul is coming very soon. It's like kind of like a pants haul, so I'm excited for that. If you enjoyed, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.